Mr. Speaker, there is no place for racism in any form within our society. On that we're all agreed, and we should tackle it wherever it arises, in our own parties as well, and that includes the Conservative Party. I join the Prime Minister in congratulating the English and Scottish women's teams on their qualification for the World Cup, and I look forward to them doing extremely well. Mr. Speaker, the International Trade Secretary said the likelihood of a no deal is now 60-40, which in betting parlance means it's a pretty good chance there won't be a deal, which means more likely than not. So, Prime Minister, is he right?
Can I say to the right honourable gentleman, we are continuing to do what we have always been doing, which is working to get a good deal with the European Union for our future relationship once we have left the European Union. But it is entirely right and proper that we should prepare for all eventualities, because we haven't come to the end of the negotiations. That means that it's right that we are preparing for no deal, as indeed the European Union have been doing, sending out notices in relation to no deal. So we have been publishing technical notices so that businesses and citizens would know where they stand and how to prepare in the event of no deal. We've published over 20 so far, and the final total is likely to be around 70. We are making those preparations, but crucially, what this government is doing is working for a good deal, preparing for every eventuality, and preparing to ensure that this country makes success of leaving the EU, regardless of the outcome of the negotiations.
So, Mr. Speaker, the International Trade Secretary says he's unfazed by no deal. The new Foreign Secretary who's here this morning says that over the summer that a no-deal Brexit would be a huge geostrategic mistake. And the Chancellor sitting next to her has written to the Treasury Select Committee stating that a no-deal Brexit would slash GDP by almost 8%, comparable with the global financial crash. Which assessment does she agree with?
The Director of the World Trade Organization said that no deal would not be a walk in the park, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. The government is right. The government is right to make the necessary preparations for no deal, while at the same time we are working for a good deal to ensure that we deliver on the vote of the British people, that we come out of the European Union on the 29th of March 2019, that we do so in a way that protects jobs and livelihoods, ensures no hard border between Northern Ireland and Ireland, and maintains the precious union of our United Kingdom. And on one thing I'm clear. We're working for that outcome, and we will not have a second referendum. He should stand up and rule out a second referendum.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister says no deal is better than a bad deal. The Chancellor says no deal would cause a catastrophic collapse of our economy. And yesterday, the Brexit Secretary waded in to say that there were countervailing opportunities to a no-deal Brexit. Could the Prime Minister enlighten us what these countervailing opportunities actually are?
As I said to the right honourable gentleman in answer to his first question, this government is working to ensure that whatever the outcome of the negotiations, this country makes success of coming out of the European Union. We see that global Britain and a brighter future for people here in this country. But interestingly, I suggested to the right honourable gentleman yet again, as I have done on other occasions, that he stand up and categorically rule out a second referendum. He refused to do so, so I'll give him another opportunity to do it now.
Mr. Speaker, a majority of people might have voted to leave, but they expected the negotiations to be handled competently, and they certainly are not. And I didn't hear a single one of these countervailing opportunities. I say to the Prime Minister quite simply this: she can't keep dancing round all the issues. And it seems that Mr. Speaker, that Panasonic have taken the cue and decided to dance off altogether. They're relocating out of this country. Could the Prime Minister tell the House how many other companies have been in touch with her or her ministerial team and told her privately that they intend to relocate in the absence of a serious, sensible deal with the European Union?
Can I say to the right honourable gentleman, what we have seen is businesses showing confidence in our economy. In August, Dyson announced £200 million of investment in their electric vehicle testing facility in Wiltshire. Two Sisters Food Group, Bernard Matthews, have won major new contracts with supermarkets, underpinning 600 new jobs. The Hut Group have announced 200 new tech jobs in Salford. We welcomed £130 million of foreign direct investment in our automotive sector from 4 companies in July, generating around 500 new jobs. What we're doing is negotiating a Brexit deal that will deliver for this country, deliver on the vote of the British people, and that will ensure we do so protecting jobs, maintaining our union and ensuring no hard border between Northern Ireland and Ireland. And what do we get from the right honourable gentleman? From the right honourable gentleman said that he wanted to do new trade deals. Now he wants to be in the customs union. At one stage, the right honourable gentleman was asked about his view on free movement. He said, Labour is not wedded to freedom of movement for EU citizens as a point of principle, but nor do we rule it out. So he can't even agree with himself on his own position.
Corbyn.
I'm not quite sure who the Prime Minister is listening to, but she may have heard from the National Farmers Union that says it will be an Armageddon scenario. The TUC says a no-deal Brexit would be devastating for working people. The EU's chief negotiator and President Macron both seem to have categorically ruled out the Prime Minister's Chequers proposals. So we're now at a critical point. Can the Prime Minister tell the House if she believes a deal will be reached by the agreed deadline of October? That's October 2018, not any other one.
I say to the right honourable gentleman, we are working for a good deal. We're still working, as are the European Union, for the timetable that was set of October, because we're leaving the European Union on the 29th of March 2019. We will need to pass legislation in this House prior to our leaving the European Union. But he talks about no deal, and he talks about a deal. I'll tell him what would be bad for this country. That would be signing up to deal at any price whatsoever, which is the position of the Labour Party. That would destroy jobs. That would be bad for the British people.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Yesterday, the Brexit Secretary admitted there had been some slippage. Today, Lord King condemned the incompetence of the preparation, saying it beggars belief that the 6th biggest economy in the world should get itself into that position. The Prime Minister has repeatedly said that no deal is better than a bad deal. But no deal is a bad deal. And everyone from the CBI to the TUC to her own Chancellor are telling her the same thing. The Chequers proposal is dead, already ripped apart by her own MPs. When will the Prime Minister publish a real plan that survives contact with her Cabinet and with reality? Those are, of course, two very separate concepts. When will we get proposals that put jobs and the economy ahead of the survival of herself and her own government?
We have published a plan that we are discussing with the European Union that ensures that we deliver on the vote of the British people, that ensures that we bring an end to free movement, that we come out of the CAP, come out of the common fisheries policy, no longer send vast amounts of money to the EU every year, no longer have the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice here in this country, that we don't have a hard border between Northern Ireland and Ireland, and we don't have a border between Northern Ireland and Great Britain. What I'm doing is negotiating a Brexit deal for Britain. I'm making sure that the economy works for everyone. I'm building a stronger, fairer country. What is the right honourable gentleman doing? He's trying to change his party so anti-Semites can call the creation of Israel racist. And he should be ashamed of himself.